I'm back. The reason I haven't been uploading is because I felt like I didn't really have any content to make. And like the E34, I've just been driving it around, enjoying it. Haven't really been doing much to it because I haven't had any parts to put on it. And then I was doing basic stuff on my daily, which I didn't think would be very interesting to film or anything like that. And then I completely forgot about this car. I've had it for like 4 years and it's not a lot has made progress with it. And I decided it's the only one that doesn't run right now. And I kept thinking about like, oh no, I don't have any content, I gotta buy parts. I have a bunch of stuff I can do on this. So I cleared some space in the garage, moved it more into the middle, and now I can start doing stuff on it. I'm gonna start with cleaning up the front end. I have a replacement bumper to go on it because this one is pretty badly cracked there, and I think there's more damage lower. But anyways, I have a whole new bumper to go on it. The front core is barely attached. I think 2 bolts are holding it in, so I want to get that situated. If I can, I'm going to get the headlights bolted in and maybe get the hood on. I also have a replacement trunk to go on it because for as clean as this car is, the only part that has rust on it is the trunk, as you can see here. So I have a replacement rust-free one. What sucks is the bumper, which is here under this pile, and the trunk are both black. So I'm gonna have to paint those at some point, but hey, more content, which is what I've been looking for. I also need to put the passenger fender on. See here on the passenger side, I've done this a few years ago actually. I scored some individual black mirror trim. So there's shadow line trim, which is like a matte black. There's this individual trim, which only came on individual cars, and then there's the original chrome trim, which I think is sitting, whatever. Just comparing what I need to switch over from the original bumper to the replacement bumper. So the passenger fog light's cracked. There's a missing on the driver's side. And needs the front trim, including the license plate piece. So I'm gonna pop everything I need off of the old bumper that's still in good shape and swap it over here. See if I can capture this here. So one thing that I've learned when pulling off plastic trim the hard way is that if it gets snagged, don't keep pulling harder. So that's what was happening. I noticed that the trim wasn't coming out. It looked like this was kind of stuck. And there's a, what looks to be maybe like a 19 or 22 mil nut on the other end of it. And it was a 24 mil nut on the bottom side of it. So now I gotta figure out how to get this center grill, lower grill area out, this black piece here. It's a little confusing. Oh, I guess I just pull on it. Not bad. All right, well. So the bumper is getting together. This trim piece is a little bit unhappy here. It doesn't want to fully clip. And I think that's because, well, the scuff indicates it was probably pushed on this side and the plastic's probably like bent or warped. So I will eventually get a trim piece for there, a brand new one. And before painting, I noticed here it's cracked, which is the mount for the fog light, so I'll have to repair that before putting the fog back in. So this is about as assembled as I'm gonna go with the bumper, and you guys are probably asking why, because I said I need to paint it. I obviously need to paint it. And the reason being is because I just want to get this car as together as I can, just to continue with motivation, really. So next, before the bumper goes on, I need to secure the hood/rad support, and then I can proceed to putting the bumper on. So here we are, day 2. Last night I finished getting the bumper, headlights, and hood on. The hood's properly attached. Super heavy because one of the hood struts is kind of on its way out, so I'm gonna add that to my list of many things to get for this car. So I have the headlights kind of just sitting in there for now. What I'm going to be doing is I have a set of OEM amber corner like signal lights, so I'm going to be switching those out because I just prefer it better. These ones are clear. I'm assuming they're eBay ones, and they're getting yellowed, and I don't like them. I prefer the original ones. I think it's one of these boxes here that has some headlight items. So we can go extra rice, get the fully clear ones. For some reason the guy who sold me this car loved different headlight options. But this is what I'm after right here. Beautiful OEM amber signals, this is what I'm about. The passenger side one is noticeably more hazy. This one looks fucking pretty much brand new. Anyway, so this is the one I need right now, and then I'm gonna see about seeing if I can kind of restore this one with the polisher. So that's it. It's just these. Yeah, these are definitely eBay. So to install it, you just gotta make sure that these two little wings slide into these areas here, and then make sure that the fingers, I guess you'd call them here, are rested so that this can pinch everything together. At the end of the fender here, there's a hole, and that hole goes right to that Phillips screwdriver that you saw earlier on the other signal. Once you loosen that off, it doesn't have to come all the way out, just loosened off, then you can slide the whole piece out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the screwdriver on it, just because it's a little tricky to actually find the screw, and once you're on it, just leave the screw there, the screwdriver there, because it can. So once you've loosened it up a little bit, you should be able to wiggle out the signal. Go a bit more. There we go. Here it is. It's not major progress considering everything else that needs to be done in the car, but it's something, and I like it a lot better. So, onto the drive shaft. The amount of cobwebs under here is not fun. The whole drive shaft is covered in them. Alright, well, I guess we'll clean a little bit down here, and then we'll hopefully fire this drive shaft on, hoping it fits. We'll see. Well, I'm defeated for today. Struggled for a little while playing with the drive shaft and doing some research on real OEM. I found out that unfortunately the drive shaft in the car now is 1,538 millimeters long, and I also checked what the drive shaft would be for a short wheelbase 750 V12 model of this car that only comes in Europe, and the length was 1,488. So this drive shaft in this car is too long, unfortunately. I do still have the drive shaft from the long wheelbase car that the motor came out of. I'm gonna see if there's any sort of combination of maybe the front half from the drive shaft in the car now and the back half of the longer one will somehow work. Because I think what's extended on the long wheelbase version is actually the front half. So obviously I won't use that because it'll make this one even longer, which is not the goal. And if it doesn't work, it leads me to two options. Either I try and source one from Europe, which will probably be a lot to purchase by itself, and then also shipping it would be pretty costly. And then secondly would be going to a drive shaft shop locally and have them modify the current drive shaft. So I'll weigh out my options and see what I can do. So that's it for this episode. Sorry it took so long to get another one up. I was sort of in a slump trying to find out what I can make content on. So hopefully the E38 brings a bit more traffic to the channel and hopefully the existing viewers like it. And one thing I almost forgot, I finally got some driving footage of the E34. So I'm gonna insert that here. Anyways, have a good one.